shaking so hard at this point. I turn and look back. See this massive mound of fur in the bushes, turn and go back the way we came from. Get to camp and tell our friends what happened. They of course don't believe us. We refuse to stay there that night. Get in her car and drive to town and sleep in a cheap motel. About 10 p.m. her phone rings. Friends at the camp. Jesus, will you guys give it up? It's been 2 hours, you are not scaring us, just keeping us from sleeping. Friend gets hysterical, telling them to leave. They are convinced we drove back there and are in the woods yelling that we're hurt and for them to come help us. I turn up the motel TV and let them hear that we're in town. They hang up immediately and drive to our motel and spend the rest of the night. Next day we go back for our shit and never go camping again. Haven't seen an In a Woods creepypasta thread in a while. Starting off with one that's related to some shit that went down at work today. Now have a job, working in the US Forest Service in Oregon. Be out today, basically getting to know the lay of the land. Out looking for a spring that didn't get put on any of the newer maps because no one wanted to go survey the fucker and rebuild the spring box in the 80s. With 3 others. We've driven up what is more or less a cow trail, marked as a road on the map. Also the older maps show the spring at the end of the road, as far as the 4-4 can take us. Now hiking up what is now classified as a deer trail. Reach an old landing from a logging operation a few years ago. I step off behind a tree to go take a piss. Other 3 go on without me. Can hear them for a while, then fucking silence except for birds. Well, fuck. Start hiking up the trail, figure they can't be too far ahead of me. Find split in the trail, start up the more well-worn path, figuring they'd gone that way. Can now hear knocking, kinda like someone tapping a wooden cowbell. Stop and look around, it's slow and methodical, kinda calming. Can still hear the birds, figure it's 2 deer fighting or something. Keep going down this trail, knocking still happening, birds still chirping. Then all of a sudden silence, wind dies and the rain comes to a complete stop. The knocking is rather rapid. Clouds cover up the sun, and this area of the forest just gets spooky dark and something just feels wrong. Take a couple steps forward, knocking picks up tempo and is as fast as a wicked drum solo. I back off, and away warily, looking around back to the old landing. Knocking has returned to its calmer, slower tapping. Birds chirp, rain falls, wind picks up. Can hear the other foresters again coming back. Apparently the springs were along the deer trail and not the cow trail I'd gone down. Also a lot further than expected. Ask if anyone else had heard the knocking. No one else heard shit. Someone blames a woodpecker. Shrug and accept that. Didn't sound right for a woodpecker. Check the old map from the 50s that was leading us. Sunk Mine Springs. Call it what you will, not sure the fuck it was, might have been a Tommy knocker or a trick of the wind. Still something was wrong with that cow trail. Used to live in Alabama. Here's the only true copy pasta I ever wrote. Be driving on I-85 late at night. Get near the exit to the Kia plant. There are 2 small dogs right by the exit. One is laying down like he's injured. The other one is standing nearby, making eye contact and looking worried. It's like he wants someone to stop and help his friend. Missed the Kia plant exit, but feel bad for the little guys. Get off on the next exit and turn around. Get off at the Kia exit. Drive across the overpass, dogs are gone. Figure they must have wandered away from the highway. Drive slowly around a nearby area. Across from the factory at this point. It's pitch black. No street lamps. Suddenly my headlights shine on a pug standing defiantly in the middle of the street. He locks eyes with me. I look around. The 2 fuckers from the exit are coming out of some bushes. I look the other way. More tiny dogs coming out of the trees. I'm literally surrounded by a pack of toy breeds. They look like they mean business. Not today, fuckers. Nope the fuck out of there and continue home. The little sons of bitches actually chased me down as I drove off. It was one of the most surreal and unfathomable moments of my life. A pack of toy breed dogs led by a fucking boogly-eyed pug setting an ambush for a fucking car. In college, living in dorms. Huge building. Be chillin' in one of the lounges one night. The building is basically empty because Friday night and everyone's clubbing or some gay shit. Friend points out janitorial closet has been left open. Always wondered what's in there. Jump up and tread inside. There's plywood everywhere, very to this crevice. Climb up because why not? Leads to what looks like a blown out hole in the wall. Peer inside, looks like a very short attic that goes across the entire building. Hey bro, come check this out. Climb inside to allow friend to see. Insulation all over the place, tons of random wooden beams. The end is not even inside, it goes as far as the light from the entrance carries. Friend is fascinated, crawls up inside with me. The fuck are you doing, man? Let's explore this place anon. It's just a crawl space, dude. There's nothing to see. Ignores me, starts crawling away into the darkness. Crawl after him, don't want him to die from asbestos or something. Start getting a little creeped out as we go into the darkness, paranoid I'm going to run into a spider web or worse. We are so far now we cannot see ourselves, only the light at the entrance. Something doesn't make sense. What's the point of this large empty attic type area if there's nothing in here? It's between floors. I don't know, man. Friend pulls out his cell phone and turns on the camera light. Rusty pipes everywhere, makes more sense now. Starts scanning the area, there's actually various different areas to explore. Suddenly hear a slam and the light from the entrance is gone. No. Friend covers phone light. Silence. We do not move. Hear nothing but the sound of pipes with water running through them. Wait a good minute. Friend reveals his light again and starts scanning it across the entrance. Nobody there, I guess they just closed the janitor closet door. Alright, now let's get the fuck out of here. Hold on anon, I want to check out what's behind that rubble. What rubble? Friend shines light over to something I didn't see before. A section of the crawl space that has been blocked off by pieces of plywood and clusters of insulation pushed up around it. Dude, there's literally nothing over there. I'm obviously spooked. Don't be a pussy, you pussy faggot shitlord. Friend continues to crawl towards the rubble. Have no choice, can't find my way back without a light. We reach the rubble and friend places phone on the ground with the light up. He just kind of pushes shit aside easily. Crawl inside. Turn another fucking corner. What the fuck? Dude, what? I side crawl so I can see what friend sees. I shit you not, fucking bottles of piss everywhere. Holes in the ceiling in various spots. Light beams shining up through them. In the corner is a black sleeping bag. Friend slowly crawls into the area. We look down each hole. Each one is a different view of female rooms or bathrooms. Nope. Points light in the other corner. Oh fuck no. Another identical sleeping bag, zipped entirely up. Could have very well been a dead body. Shovel propped up against the wall. Rope piled next to it. Friend starts backing up in shock. We start panicking. Rust on walls and floor, maybe blood, we don't know. Friend knocks over bottle of piss. Fuck. That voice was not my friend. Came from the direction of the entrance. Friend is literally freaking out. Have no idea what to do. Use adrenaline Hulk strength to kick at one of the larger holes. Friend joins in. Not working fast enough. Hear someone scrambling in the crawl space getting closer. I grab shovel. Friend snatches it and starts beating the shit out of the floor. Luckily part of it is plywood, of course. We literally jump into this chick's shower. Bathing shit falling everywhere. Maybe broken foot. Piss leaking from ceiling. We start yelling for help. Feminon from the dorm starts shitting herself. Feminon runs out into the hall screaming. I follow running on possibly broken foot. I look for friend. He was staring up at the hole but runs out with us. Find hall master or whatever the fuck and he's already calling the campus police. They scour the building. They never fucking find the guy. All of the janitors become suspect of invasion of privacy shit and illegally living in building. Friend and I spend the rest of the night with police filling out shit. Friend literally develops PTSD, LOL. While talking to the police he describes what he saw while looking up at the hole. Supposedly a white guy that looked like he was on meth stuck his head out and said, "This is the gayest fucking thread I've ever seen in my life." I normally only lurk here, but I wanted to create a thread to discuss the weird things that I saw when I was in Eastern Siberia and see if anyone has similar stories. I used to work for a rather successful oil company. I signed an NDA, so I'm not going to say which one, and was sent on a 14-month trip to Eastern Siberia as part of a team to search several regions for unknown oil basins. The company itself specialized in shale, but our board of directors decided they wanted the company to diversify. The company was not able to afford offshore exploratory drilling, so this was all on land, seismic surveys, and 2 exploratory wells. We were trekking through extremely remote areas of the Sakha Republic, Amur Oblast, and the Kamchatka Peninsula. Our team was mostly composed of Americans from the Midwest. I'm from Minnesota originally. We also had a translator named Goran. We found him in St. Louis, Missouri, and, apparently, he was originally from Yugoslavia. I guess what I want to say is that Siberia is one of the strangest and most haunting places you will ever visit. The inhabited buildings look like pick attached. There are abandoned brick commie block constructions everywhere. Most of the towns are half abandoned because they were populated by people forced to live there. The moment the USSR crashed, everyone went back to European Russia. It is larger than Australia and there's barely anyone living there. It's one of the most wild and unexplored regions of the world. There are literally abandoned prison camps in the middle of nowhere. I have never been somewhere that feels as paranormal and bone-chillingly haunted as one of them that we found, 200 kilometers west of Magadan. It's very rare, but there is some sort of bear out there much bigger and more aggressive than a grizzly. Its back legs are shorter than its front ones, giving it a slope, and the back legs also have long hair on them, making them look baggy. So, first things first,